Welcome to our channel. I am Ashish and this video will discussing about the structures in between the pharyngeal muscles. So in the previous video we discussed about the pharyngeal muscles. So we have two sets of pharyngeal muscles, that is the outer circular, in which we have three constrictor: superior constrictor, middle constrictor and inferior constrictor, and we have longitudinal muscles present more interior, which are three pairs. First we have the stylopharyngeus, palatopharyngeus and the salpingopharyngeus. So before starting, if you have not subscribed our channel yet and you are new to our channel, please click on the subscribe button below and do subscribe our channel. And if you like the video, please hit the like button. This topic is more important from Viva point of view and is more commonly asked if you choose the topic pharynx in your Viva. So just have a quick look on it and I think you will be easily able to recall in your Viva. So we will drawing some landmarks first, that is the superior, middle and inferior constrictor. So we will look at the posterior view in a coronal section. So how does it appear? So this is we are going from the posterior side. So this is a midline and we have the median raphe in which all the constrictors are inserted. So this is the median raphe, and above the median raphe we have the base of skull. So this is the base of skull. This is base of skull and this green is the median raphe or the midline. As we are viewing the coronal section, all the three constrictors will appear as a single strand of line. So let us draw the superior, middle and the inferior constrictor. Their shape is like that of a cone, so it will appear tilted. This is the superior constrictor, this is the middle constrictor and this is the inferior constrictor. The heading of the video is the structures in between the pharyngeal muscle. So you can see we have here four spaces through which structures can pass. One is above the superior constrictor, the second between superior and middle, and third between middle and inferior, and the fourth below inferior. So we have four spaces. So we have four spaces in case of the pharyngeal muscles through which structures can pass. Through which structures can pass. Structures can pass. As you know, the space between the superior constrictor and the base of the skull is filled by the pharyngobasilar fascia. So here we have the pharyngobasilar fascia, which thickens to form the semilunar shaped space. That is the space between the upper border of the superior constrictor and the base of the skull is a semilunar shaped space and is filled by the thickened pharyngobasilar fascia. So this point we have already discussed. This is superior constrictor, this is middle constrictor and this is inferior constrictor. Let's draw some other important landmarks as well. Above the superior constrictor we have a tube that is called the auditory tube. This is the auditory tube. So this tube is auditory tube. As we are viewing from the posterior side, the anterior side on the upper part we will have the tongue. So this is the position of the tongue. Suppose this is the tongue and sides we have the palate above. Okay, so this is the tongue and above the tongue we have the palate. And more lateral to the superior constrictor we have one process, very important landmark, styloid process. This is styloid process. Why am I drawing all these three structures? Because we have to draw the three longitudinal muscles as well and how they move in between the different outer circular layer. So we have the three longitudinal muscles. The first one is the stylopharyngeus. So as the name suggests, it starts from the styloid process or is attached to the styloid process and moves in between the superior constrictor and the middle constrictor. So this comes under the content or the structure in between the superior constrictor and the middle constrictor. So this line is nothing but the stylopharyngeus muscle. This is stylopharyngeus muscle. So what about the salpingopharyngeus and the palatopharyngeus? They originate from the hair. So this is the salpingopharyngeus and the palatopharyngeus, but they are situated more medially, so we don't consider them under the structures in between the pharyngeus muscle, because you can see they are situated more medially. But we have, suppose this is the salpingopharyngeus, but you can see one more attachment here to the auditory tube, that is the levator velar palatini. So this is levator velar palatini. So I am showing it with a different color. This is levator velar palatini muscle attached to the auditory tube. So now you can see the two structures that are present in the gap between the superior constrictor and the base of the skull. See, the rest of the two muscles are more medial, that's why I have not discussed in the heading of the structure between the pharyngeus muscle. But we have another two structure, that is the levator velar palatini and the auditory tube. So first one, this is the, and the second one is the levator velar palatini. Apart from all this structure, we have two more structures, that is the two arteries. One is the palatine artery, that is the ascending palatine artery, and another is the palatine branch of the ascending pharyngeal artery. If you are not able to remember the name, I will just summarize all the structure, but just have a quick look at the diagram first. So you can see in between the superior constrictor and the base of skull, that was the first gap through which the structure can pass. We have four structures. We have two arteries, one auditory tube, and the one muscle, that is the levator velar palatini, while the rest of the muscles, that is the two longitudinal muscles, are more medial and are not considered in this gap. Now we have one structure that is between the superior constrictor and the middle constrictor, that is the which muscle? Stylopharyngeus, the longitudinal muscle of the pharyngeal wall, situated more interior. So we have one structure between the superior and middle constrictor, that is the stylopharyngeus. Apart from the stylopharyngeus, we have one nerve as well, that is the glossopharyngeal nerve. So we have the here glossopharyngeal nerve. So this nerve is nothing but the glossopharyngeal nerve. So diagram is more important as compared to theory, because we are going to derive the theory from the diagram part. So if you like the video, please hit the like button. In between the middle and inferior constrictor, and between inferior constrictor and the esophagus upper border, so here the esophagus starts. So there you can see one more gap, we have esophagus here. So we have here a set of vessels, that is superior laryngeal vessel and the inferior laryngeal vessel, that is the superior laryngeal artery and the superior laryngeal vein. And we have one more nerve along with each of the vessels. First we have the superior laryngeal vessels along with the internal laryngeal nerve, then we have the inferior laryngeal vein and artery along with the recurrent laryngeal nerve. So let us summarize all these four gaps or the spaces. So we have four spaces. The first space is between the superior constrictor and the base of skull. So in that we have in total four structures. The second space is between the superior constrictor and the middle constrictor, in which we have two structures. The third space is between middle constrictor and inferior constrictor, in which we have again two structures. Why two structures? Because I am considering the vessels together, because they are superior laryngeal vessels, and we have the down, we have inferior laryngeal vessels, that is the nerve and artery. So you can see, note below the, that is middle constrictor, all the structures are related to the larynx. Now the fourth space is between the inferior constrictor and the esophagus, in which we have two structures. So but just accept the first, that is the between superior constrictor and base of skull. Rest of the structure are only two between the different pharyngeal muscles. For notes, you can check the description box below. So let's summarize all the structure. So between superior constrictor and the base of skull, first structure that we have is the auditory tube. The second structure that we have is a levator villi palatini. Levator villi palatini muscle. The third structure and fourth structures are two arteries, that is the ascending palatine, because these arteries supplies the palate. Just remember I told you, as you have the palate here, these arteries supplies the palate. So we have ascending palatine artery and palatine branch of ascending pharyngeal artery. So the two structures supplies, or the two arteries supplies the palate. So all the arteries are related to the palate, that is the ascending palatine and the palatine branch of the ascending pharyngeal artery. Now between the superior constrictor and the middle constrictor, we have two structures that are very simple: glossopharyngeus and the stylopharyngeal muscle, that is a glossopharyngeal nerve and stylopharyngeus muscle. So let us write it down. We have stylopharyngeus muscle and glossopharyngeal nerve. Now between the middle and inferior constrictor and between inferior and the esophagus, we will summarize just together. First we have to discuss the superior laryngeal artery or the superior laryngeal vessels and the inferior laryngeal vessels. All these structures are related to larynx. We have superior laryngeal artery or the vessels, and down we have the inferior laryngeal vessels. Then we have one nerve in each case, that is in the upper part we have the one nerve, that is internal laryngeal, and here we have the recurrent laryngeal. So like this we have come to the end of the video. So if you like the video, please do subscribe and share channel and hit the like button, and thanks for watching.